You're going to screw up the sale of your home, and potential buyers may never even see it. You might start wondering if your for sale sign is actually invisible. So what could you possibly do that would totally screw up the sale of your home and cause buyers to reject it, or they just never even want to come see it? What did you do? Well, let's talk about that. If you don't know the answers to those questions, then this video is for you, as it's all about how to not screw up the sale of your home. The first thing you're going to want to avoid doing is trying to time the market. Oh my gosh, so many people try to do that. Or maybe even a certain season, okay? Yes, the real estate market is complex and it's complicated, and it's influenced by a lot of uncontrollable external features and factors that make it nearly impossible to try to predict what's tomorrow hold. What's the interest rate going to be like? What's the market going to be like? My goodness, they've been predicting doom and gloom forever. Now, while spring and summer are traditionally peak selling seasons, yeah, the market's pretty hot. Also increase the number of homes on the market, thereby increasing your competition. If you don't have so many homes to compete with, then that's actually to your advantage. And selling in the fall and winter, well, there's not that many homes on the market, but the buyers that are in the market, they're way more motivated. They got a timeline, they got a deadline, they need to be in a house. So they're serious and they're looking for a house to put an offer on, and that could be yours. So instead of timing the market, focus on your personal goals, on your needs, on what timing is for you, and then base your decision on how that plays into the market itself. There's really never a bad time to put your house on the market. It's all about a couple other factors that factor into that, okay? And we're going to talk about those. Now, before you prepare your home for the market, I recommend that you enlist the services of a professional to advise you. There's a lot of things that kind of trip sellers up and cost them money that doesn't have to be that way. There's some things that you could do to improve your home and would actually bring you a return on your investment. And then there's things that you could do that you might think are just amazing and just would make it beautiful. But you know what? Buyers in your market, they might think it's just okay and be not willing to pay for it. And that appraisal may not even justify it. So that return on your investment, it's not going to pay off. So get and trust in a professional advisor to help you on making those improvements so that you can get the best return on your investment, okay? Here, don't go it alone, okay? Get an advisement. Okay, so while we're also talking about that, let's talk about how another way that you could screw up the sale of your home. And that would be by enlisting or hiring a cheap marketing agent, okay? Anyone with a few dollars and a hammer, they can get a sign made and hammer it in your yard. That is not going to get you top dollar for your house. No, it's not. Marketing is key. And you got to have a marketing specialist, not just somebody who says they know how to make a postcard, okay? You got to know how to market to the most opportune buyers for your particular home. Not every professional so-called agent knows how to do that. When you put your home on the market, I recommend that you have to change your way of thinking about it, because we tend to still want to cling to our house and say it's still mine. But no, let's pretend that you're a tenant in your house and you've just given your landlord a 30-day notice, and you don't want to have to pay any repair bills. You don't want to have to get charged for late fees. You don't want to have to, cleaning fees. You want your full deposit back, okay? So you're going to do everything you can to get those things. And that means you're going to need to keep your house really clean and shine it up every day like a new penny, so that those new potential tenants that are coming in will want to rent it, and you can leave and get all your money back. So I want you to kind of think about that, because you will never get a second chance to make a first impression. They see it's not really clean and everything, they will not come back and they won't make an offer. And the worst mistake that many sellers make that really screws up the sale of their home is they want to test the market. Okay, we're just going to test it. We're just going to see if this price works. But pricing's not rocket science. And, we can figure these things out based upon how appraisals are done. comparables in your area that have sold in the last 30, 60, 90 days, they make a difference. The updates that a lot of sellers think, like, we got a new roof, we got a new air conditioner system, those are maintenance updates. They're not actually updates like a brand new remodeled kitchen or a remodeled bathroom. Those can make a difference in the value. But just, updating things that are maintenance items, it doesn't really add to your bottom line. And appraisers have to have quantifiable data to support the value that they're going to bring back to the buyer or the lender. Cost doesn't equal value. So it is important not to overprice your home. Those overpriced homes tend to just sit on the market for months. And you know what? Buyers quickly figure out that there's something wrong with that house. Well, it's mostly going to be the price. Yeah, there might be a few little things wrong, but price really corrects everything. And so really don't even think about overpricing your house. You can't underprice it because the market is going to bring the price up, and then you're going to actually get market value or higher. But if you overprice it, you may just be babysitting while it sits out there on the market. And buyers are looking at it going, seen it online, not in person. Or maybe they saw it in person and they went, not worth what they're asking. So you don't really want to try to, deal with that and have to clean and show and not sell.
Hey, it's Cherie Bell here. And listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you'll never see me again. I consistently put out helpful content for those who are currently in the real estate market. This information can be extremely helpful for your buying and selling needs, so be sure to like and subscribe here. And most importantly, leave a comment to let us know if this video was helpful for you. We're here to help in the Dallas-Fort Worth community, and we always love your thoughts and questions. Follow now, and then we'll see you with our next helpful video.